Hey there, true believers, and welcome to the penultimate place to get your Marvel news, fireside chats on all things Marvel, and our MCU reviews. This is episode 44 of the Marvel Mondays Initiative, and today's topic is, of course, Moon Knight episode 1, our review of that. Sorry, that was the weird word salad
One
of
sec.
Siri. What are you
Whoa, is
talking
that
about?
Siri going off?
Yeah,
How'd she go off?
I don't know.
Still on it?
I don't know why you're still on it. Anyway, if you're listening to us on your favorite podcast service, feel free to give us a good rating on that platform. It helps with the algorithms and helps us grow our audience. If you're watching on YouTube, consider dropping a like and a sub. And don't forget to hit the bell to get notifications for all of our shows, like the Penultimate Game Show, the Cross Media Show, and Anime Nation. If you're watching on Twitch and have Amazon Prime, you have Prime Gaming, which means you have one free sub to give out. And please, for the love of God, please give it to us. I'm begging you. But if not, that's quite all right. It's a twofer today. A nice little fireside chat, I guess we could call it. With my co-host, the one and only Mr. Movie Reviewer himself, ISO Christian. Christian, how you doing today?
I can't tell the difference between Jared Leto and Morbius. Michael Morbius. I don't know. I'm doing well.
Did you watch it?
No, why would I watch it?
Listen, man, I got people flooding my Twitter timeline. Is that what we're calling that? That's a timeline,
The
right?
timeline? Yeah, the
Yeah.
timeline.
Okay. All right. Just saying, I watched it, but I didn't want to watch it, but I watched it anyway, and it was bad.
I don't. How is this possible? Because like everyone's theaters are empty. I don't understand. Make it make sense. If everyone's watching it, why is every single
Listen,
theater empty?
It was number one in the box office this week.
$3 trillion box office.
Yeah, right.
Believe
Could
that.
you imagine? Could you imagine? With no ties to the MCU or Spider-Man, apparently.
I mean,
Yes and
how
no.
do you?
Yes and no.
Okay.
Yes and no. Okay.
My friend told me the post-credit scene that he watched on YouTube.
Gotcha. I just looked it up because I was supposed to see it this weekend, and then life happens. Life happens fast, Christian.
Probably a good thing
Yeah.
that you missed out,
Yeah.
from
yeah,
what I heard.
Yeah. Some housekeeping today. It is 1 second. Hold on. Give me 1 second. Let me pop this up. Okay. Some housekeeping. Tomorrow, Ryan Ritchie and Kale Ryder are. I don't know why I put emphasis on.
I know.
And Kale Ryder are talking all about Morbius on the Cross Media Show. And unfortunately, as we just discussed, I would say stay tuned for that. But if these reviews are true, I'm not hopeful for that review. The review to be
Morbius
good.
sweep.
What?
Morbius sweep.
Yeah, sure. I don't know what that means. Okay, cool. Thursday, there's got to be some video game news this week. So we currently don't have a topic, but I'm sure something is going to pop up. So stay tuned for that on Thursday at 6:30.
Have you guys gone in depth on
Eastern.
PS Plus?
Yeah, we did it last week. Yeah.
Okay. Oh
might
yeah,
be-
that's right. And I listened.
And you popped in too, yeah.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Of course, as always, feel free to leave your thoughts and questions on our SpeakPipe, speakpipe.com/penultimate conquest. I don't know if there was Marvel news this week.
What? There's two bits that I can give you.
Okay.
One.
What do you got?
There's three.
Okay.
First is a reminder that Doctor Strange tickets do go on sale on Wednesday.
Yeah.
So if you're interested in seeing that movie,
I got the
Wednesday, what's up?
notification on yesterday for tickets to go on sale. And I looked in the AMC app and I was like, what? They're not on sale. What the hell happened?
Yeah, it
Yeah.
starts Wednesday. I don't know. It's
Okay.
been weird. It's been
All
weird.
right.
Weird
Okay.
rollout.
Okay.
The second, obviously, is all Morbius stuff. You know, do we need to talk about that? Probably not. You know.
You know
It's not
what? You
Marvel.
brought it up. Let's just get it over with. Rip the Band-Aid off.
Morbius has released. Supposedly it ties into the MCU. I won't spoil how. and it dropped with a 17% on Rotten Tomatoes. I think.
This
I
is
think
the
it's still at 17.
lowest rated Marvel movie since the Fantastic Four.
Yeah, the second one, right? Silver Surfer one, not the
No,
first
no,
one.
no, no. I'm
Oh,
talking
the
about
other,
the
the
other.
Josh Trank movie.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
with Michael B. Jordan.
yeah.
Yeah. So,
It's a shame.
dang, did we all see this coming? Probably.
Yeah, probably. I mean, we knew it. The minute they showed off 3 types of Spider-Man happening in this universe in that first trailer, we kind of knew there was something fishy.
I
It was
mean, news dropped this week that the director didn't even put that in. It was just
no,
Sony
yeah,
adding it.
I
It
know. It was
was
just like
insane.
Sony. What are you doing, bro? Like you literally had the world in the palm of your hands, and you threw it all away for Morbius. It's a real
Sony's
shame.
always been like that, dude.
Yeah,
They
but
just
like they had fucking gold, Christian, with
with
Spider-Man
what?
No Way Home.
That's not Sony though.
I
Like they're
mean,
like renting that to
yeah,
Marvel Studios.
but that's what I'm saying. Like you see the opportunity to make literal billions of dollars, and you just decide, you know what? Let's stick with our own universe that's kind of related to Spider-Man, but not really. It's just
This is almost as bad as the Flash leaks that dropped today, which I read about.
oh,
There's some
Flash
terrible stuff
leaks.
in those leaks. Yeah.
Yeah,
Supposedly there was a screener that happened this past week, and so insiders that were at the screener were like sharing information,
okay.
and so word got out about like the stuff that happened, and it's just I don't know.
It's not
You can go
good.
check that out. If
It's
you want
not good.
to. I
Can
mean,
you send me the link?
I'll try to find it.
Okay. All right. Because people are still hopeful for uh, Henry Cavill to come back as Superman. I'm just like, why are you
Read the leaks if there's those to be trusted. I don't know.
just
You'll
like,
find out.
but like, just stop giving yourself false hope.
If I'm being honest, the Batman stuff is worse. The Batman stuff in those leaks was just it is so convoluted.
No, don't say that. I'm
It's so
excited for Michael
convoluted.
Keaton to come back. If he does. I'm pretty sure he's supposed to be. Anyway, we're not here to discuss DC. What else you got for me?
The last bit is that we're officially, I think, 3 months out from the release of Thor: Love and Thunder. No trailer
trailers.
yet,
Not
but
happening.
but Chris Hemsworth today, I think, confirmed that they have now officially begun their press tour. So, trailer coming soon, probably in the next week or two. I'd gather, maybe.
So Eric is officially out of the running, right?
Yeah, March is gone, right?
Okay.
He said, "Oh,
yeah,
by
I believe he said by the end of March.
Yeah.
Okay. And what did you do? You
Where's the
remember what
trailer,
you
Eric?
said?
No, I don't remember. I said not March.
I definitely said right before, either before or after. I think it was like the week before Doctor Strange hits, like that week, or
May.
yeah, I was thinking the week before Doctor
Yeah.
Strange hits, or after Doctor Strange.
It's got to be like sometime during the last week of I almost said Morbius of Moon Knight. They're probably gonna,
We'll see, man.
keep
We'll
hyping up.
see.
They gotta hype up more Moon Knight and Multiverse of Madness, and at the end of that cycle is when you want to start pushing the next movie, right?
We shall see. I don't know.
So 5 weeks from now, and 5 weeks from now is when Multiverse of Madness is coming out. Is that right?
Yeah.
Around there.
Sounds about right.
That sounds right, dude. End of April, early May. I feel that. I like it.
Let's hope. Let's hope.
Mm-hmm.
But
Anyway,
the fact
Eric
of the
is
matter
wrong.
is,
He's a takeaway.
yeah. Thank you. Thank you very much. I did have one more thing for housekeeping. I'm sorry. We're doing episodic reviews of Moon Knight. So if you are interested in coming on, feel free to let us know on Twitter. Next week we got some pretty interesting guests. I'm excited for that to happen. We still have to figure some tech issues out, but we'll see what happens with that.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's just that's it for Marvel news, I guess.
Oh, one more.
Go
Tom
ahead.
Holland and Zendaya went to Boston. They shared, a nice, lovely meal.
God damn it!
Saw a picture of them together.
Can't. They're just so
What?
perfect. They're just so perfect with each other, you know.
They kind of are, right?
They really
I
are.
I kind of
you know?
enjoy it.
I just
Yeah.
want them to run off into the sunset. Get married, have kids. and stay together for the rest of life.
There was also one more thing I saw during the week. I remember James Gunn. There was an article about
Oh,
James
yeah.
Gunn talking about Guardians 3, and he was talking about how his next Guardians movie, the third one, will be the last movie that he does with the Guardians, and it will be, as far as he knows, it's the last one with the team that we know the Guardians to be in the MCU. So
Right. Which means even more potential for Nova to pop up. You know? Let's fucking wish
Oh, you mean
it.
Dick Ryder?
Yes. That's exactly what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
He also
No joke.
he also released the first shot of Adam Warlock. So I'm pretty sure that's on the picture that he put up is on
That's true?
Twitter. Yeah.
Let's do this. I haven't seen this.
You know, it's gonna be very.
Why?
You're not gonna like it.
Why would I not? Why?
Just take a look at it.
Wait. Oh yeah, the Guardians ride as well drops soon, right? In
Yeah,
Disney-
this is true.
Disney
Yeah, I
World
think
anyway.
it's at the end of May, or the beginning of May. I'm sorry. My apologies. for
God
butchering.
damn.
Sorry.
Wait, I don't see no here. Let's look. I'll look up Adam Warlock on Twitter.
Again,
Yeah.
you're not gonna like what you find. So, you know,
Blurry mess.
yes, that's exactly
What
what it is. It's just a blurry mess. He just, I
That's
believe the
hilarious. Come
caption.
on.
I believe his caption was, he tried to get a picture, but I don't remember what the caption was.
Oh, this is it was posted on April 1st as well. Like, yeah, this is.
Oh
is just
yeah, I'm an
probably with this
idiot.
on purpose.
I'm an idiot.
Yeah,
Yeah. My apologies. I forgot. April
Yeah.
Fools is a thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So for those of you that were looking forward to the Morbius show at Large Popcorn, April Fools.
It's not really happening.
No.
Okay.
That's it.
Yeah. Good for him. I'm glad he's wrapping up his, I guess, storyline that he wants to tell. You know, does that make sense?
Or yeah.
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 I'm hoping it goes off with a bang. And yeah, let's just make shit great. You know.
Well, I guess he's doing the Guardians Christmas special as well.
Yes.
Like, that'll be interesting.
Very interesting. I'm dying to see what it looks like. Just the mind of James Gunn has officially, ever since I finished Peacemaker. There you go. I didn't say Peace Walker.
You didn't know.
I mean, yeah, but that was on purpose this time.
Got it.
I've officially, this man literally pulls everything out of left field. Yeah, so I'm excited to see what he does with Guardians 3 and this Christmas special.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So let's get into some plot and discussion. So I'm gonna go through the plot synopsis first. I figured it's been a long time since we've done an episodic review. So
Yeah,
yeah.
What was that like? And this is for the episode 1, or is this
This is just for episode 1.
Oh, okay, got it.
Yeah, they just released one episode, right?
I don't know if it was like a general synopsis for the show, like
No. This is just
or if
episode
it was
1.
like an
This is
episode
just
one
episode.
synopsis. Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Don't scare
My
me.
bad.
I thought I forgot an episode. All right. So it starts off with the museum worker Stephen and Grant occasionally suffering from blackouts. After going to sleep one night, he wakes up in another country and witnesses a cult meeting led by Arthur Harrow, who demands a scarab Grant unknowingly had in his possession. He escapes and is nearly killed, but is unknowingly saved by a mysterious voice in his head. And honestly, if I heard this voice just telling me, like, oh no, the idiot's back in charge, like, I would be, one, afraid, and like, what the fuck, man? What the fuck did I do to you? You know?
Keep going. I got thoughts on the voice.
Okay. After waking up in his home and noticing several oddities, Grant realizes that 2 days have passed since he went to sleep. Upon returning home from a misscheduled date, which fucking heartbreaker, bro. I felt so bad for this guy.
We'll get into it. We'll get into it.
All right. I'm sorry. Grant finds a hidden phone and key card in his apartment. He receives a call from the most frequent number in the phone's call log. A woman named Layla answers, addressing him as Mark. The next day at work, Grant is confronted by Harrow, who reveals that he is a servant of the goddess Amet. Later that night, Harrow summons an Anubis-associated jackal monster that attacks Grant at the museum. Just as Grant is cornered in the restroom, Grant's reflection in the mirror tells Grant to let him take control. Grant agrees, and he is transformed into a clothed warrior who then kills the jackal monster.
Episode 1.
What a fucking episode 1. Am I right?
You want my thoughts?
Yeah, what are your thoughts?
Okay.
This
I
guy's
don't know.
gonna tell me Morbius is better.
I haven't seen Morbius. That's not a statement I can make.
I know. It was a joke. Go ahead.
My take on Moon Knight is that like I finished episode 1 and I'm interested, but I'm not like impressed, if that makes sense. Like I don't know if I like the show yet.
Okay. That's fair.
For me, like what I really like is honestly first of all, I want to address off the top. Like Oscar Isaac's accent, I think is fine. Like I don't really care one way or the other. I'm not going to make fun of it. I think it works just fine. I think it actually makes the character of Stephen Grant more interesting.
Mm-hmm.
And then it makes like that dichotomy of like Mark being more assured and having I think an American accent. Like,
Yeah.
Pretty cool, right? That split persona like is really embodied through the different accents. That's rad. For me, like the drama of Steven not knowing where he is or what time it is like the most gripping part about Moon Knight. It's what it like really has piqued my interest about the show. From what I've seen about Ethan Hawke's character, I forget his name here.
Arthur Harrow.
Arthur, I'm not impressed so far with how they're using Ethan Hawke. Granted, it's just episode 1, but I want to see more before I make a proper judgment. Just I haven't seen that much of him. Like the most interesting shot of Arthur was the beginning when he's like putting glass in his sandals and then steps on them and walks away. Like, that was like, oh, I'm curious here.
Yeah.
But I'm sorry, I'm rambling a little bit, but
no, that's okay.
Where I'm leaving off after episode 1 is that I don't think MCU TV shows have yet to nail it for me. And I mean, like, I was talking to Jackson and Ethan on the newest Large Popcorn that will be out tomorrow on Star Wars. We talked about Moon Knight because we all watched it. And we were like, yeah, MCU TV shows do this thing where they kind of don't allow themselves to be a
TV
subgenre.
shows.
They don't allow themselves to, like, Jackson says, why can't this just be a drama? And I agree. Like, the part that, like, really didn't work for me is when it slides back into action. Like, the whole chase scene on the car ended up just being noise to me. And, like, granted, there's, like, moments where, like, Steven, like, really has to wrestle with being awake and being asleep in that moment, like, fighting for control. Like, that stuff is cool. But it wasn't as powerful as it was when you pointed out, like, how heartbreaking it was when he gets back and he missed 2 days. He missed his date. That stuff is more interesting than just like, okay, here's like 15 minutes of action because we're Marvel. That stuff doesn't work to me. Let it be more of a drama, and then like, then we're really getting somewhere. But otherwise, I'm excited to see where it goes. I'm hoping for the best, but still a little cautious.
Okay. I for one, I'm just gonna say this before I forget. I would have preferred the end scene of him like being cornered by the jackal. I would have preferred the jackal to just jump in and attack him, and then Mark just takes over. You know, that way, like you just see. You know me, I'm very dramatic, so I gotta have the jackal jumping at him, and then cut to black, and then we'll see the next episode just Mark taking over.
My thing with that is, granted, I don't know what they're gonna do the next because they only have 6 episodes to work with, right?
Well, 5 more.
So if they're good, 5 more. So if they're gonna want to have like Mark and Steven like really like talk to each other and Steven be more cognizant of Mark, then you gotta let Steven gain some kind of consciousness over like this ability that he somehow has.
Right.
So the way you do that is by letting himself for the first time to let himself lose control.
Yeah. Okay, that's fair.
Although what you said, of course, would be more dramatic, more of a cliffhanger.
Yeah.
But this way, I think is pretty neat as well.
Okay.
Hmm.
I for one am very interested. It's kind of like you said. I would rather it be a drama than just having us see action for just action's sake. I would like to dive deeper into him going, not going insane, but like him thinking he's going insane, you know?
Yeah, that would
Yeah.
be
It
cool.
would be super cool. Super cool.
Is it
Um
the way I understand Moon Knight? Isn't it like supposed to be kind of like this dark thing and like super like violent
yeah,
kind of?
if from what I know about the Moon Knight character, he is probably crazier than Deadpool and more violent. So,
We got hints of that, right? Like
yeah.
Steven's like super bloody hand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um I thought this was also okay. I was excited to, like I said, I want to see more of him, like gripping with the terms of like his reality is
Hmm.
slowly shifting to something even more crazier than it already is. You know,
Yeah.
um, I as for Ethan Hawke, I thought Ethan Hawke was pretty fucking scary. Like
Hmm. Sure.
just the shit that he was doing with the cane. Oh God, that poor old lady. You know, poor old lady.
And the
Um,
fact that he tracks down Steven so quickly.
yeah,
This
man, it
whole
was
like this whole
2
town is part of
days.
this cult. That part is so interesting.
Yeah, it was so interesting, and I felt bad. I felt so bad for Steven. This one episode, I felt bad. Like this guy can't catch a fucking break. He gets the date with the one of the hottest girls in the well, the hottest girl in the museum, and he's surprised that he was able to get it. He doesn't remember how he got it. And he doesn't really care, but he gets it, and then he shows up to the date, not realizing that it was 2 days ago. And
Yeah.
he's like, you know what, fuck it. A vegan. He's a vegan, mind you. Orders the steak. Whatever. Doesn't matter how it's cooked. I'm just like that. I don't know what the fuck is going on. I just need something to eat, you know?
I
Um,
actually, that part was actually really cool. To be honest, since we're just jumping around, like
yeah.
that, right? The way you kind of, the way people, the way they specifically explored how like Steven is like giving up at this point is like allowing him to eat meat. It's such like a small thing, but like that's huge for a vegan to
Oh,
be
yeah.
ordering a steak.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
Even funnier, like not knowing how to order one, and he just
Hmm.
says, "Yeah, just really good, yeah, really good steak. Yeah, I want one of those."
Yeah.
Okay, well done. It is.
Yeah.
Yeah. My other take here is that I really wish Moon Knight was a movie instead of a TV show because
I would have preferred that as well.
Jackson like really enlightened me when his conversation that I had with him. He's like, yeah, if you notice the way with the exception of WandaVision, because I think they understood that format. Um, with all of the MCU TV shows so far, episodes just kind of end. Like every episode just feels like, oh, we're just gonna stop the movie here and then keep going.
It feels like they have it all on one tape and then they just try to
They
cut it
just
up
cut it.
into yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
and that so far hasn't worked for me. If this was like a 2 hour, maybe 220 movie, with a bigger budget, I think it'd be a lot. It would make for, I think, personally for me, like a better experience. With TV budget, like some of the stuff just like looks really bad. Like the CG in the chase scene was like fine because
The
it's in movement. Like
what
I
was
can
it? The strawberry on the
the
truck that he was.
cupcake.
The cupcake was horrendous. That it fell
Yeah,
when it
that
fell out. It was really bad.
the logs and the cars, like it's fine because it's in movement, so like it happens quickly and it's gone. But when we're spending time in the museum, it's like, ooh, that jackal doesn't look the
Doesn't look.
greatest.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but like, there's nothing we can do about that.
So hear me out. Let me pitch you my Moon Knight movie. If this wasn't a TV show, we have this sequence. We get an introduction while Steven doesn't realize like what's going on with himself. We get an introduction to Blade, and Blade's like kind of helping him. Well, I would say probably helping out Mark, and it's just not a buddy cop movie, but like a serious drama with Blade. You know, I just feel like we need to put Blade in this.
I mean, that's the rumor, right? That Blade is going to show up at some point at the
Fingers
end of the
crossed.
series.
Fingers
That'd be
crossed.
cool.
But not
But like,
a voice. We don't want a voice. We want him actually as a character in front of the fucking camera.
this is how Marvel gets me. And like, I know I'm coming off negative, but because I want these
You're
things to
not
be
coming
so
off
good.
negative.
You know what I mean? Like Blade is so freaking cool, and I am so excited to see. I almost said Idris Elba, not him. Mahershala Ali as Blade. That's gonna be so fucking like kick ass. But like, I'm on one half, like if they introduce Blade and Moon Knight, like
It
that
would
almost takes away from
suck.
Moon Knight for me a little bit.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
would
yeah.
love it because like fuck yeah, these characters interacting. We're getting Blade and Moon Knight. Like this fucking rocks. This is cool. But it's also like, well, what happened to the original story that we're like dealing with of Steven like really having to be like
Yeah, gripping.
is gripping with it with his other personality. Like
Yeah.
we always end up losing kind of something for these
A
little
big.
moments.
Yeah, yeah.
Even though they're so good,
Yeah.
it's like fuck. I
So,
don't know.
fun fact for you.
Yeah.
Originally, Stephen Grant is a taxi driver in New York. And the reason why they pivoted to London was because New York is too crowded for fucking superheroes.
There's a lot there, right?
Yeah, yeah. So I thought that was a pretty cool thing. Like when you brought up Oscar Isaac's accent, I know a couple of people that were like kind of pissed off. Like, why is he doing an accent? But it was fine for me. Like I believed it. So that's got to say something, right?
Yeah. And then for me, it's like he's keeping up with that sense of dry humor that the other, like, I think they're actual British actors are doing, like in the museum, like that almost like dry humor.
Yeah,
He's keeping up with it, and like, and that to me is like, if it's working, it's working. I have
exactly.
no complaints.
Yeah,
Also, it's just different, right? Remember, like in Eternals, like when it's Kit Harington is around, and like it's in London, you feel that difference. Like if it was New York, I could probably tell like it's not actually New York, or it would just feel like
yeah,
too similar
yeah,
to the
yeah,
other stuff.
yeah, yeah,
This
yeah.
is different, and
Yeah.
it's a nice way to establish that it is different.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Um. Oh, also in the comics, Mark Spector is actually the main persona when it comes to the Moon Knight character. And like I said before, I thought it was pretty interesting for Steven to be the main character as opposed to
Yes.
another mercenary. Like I find Steven's story already more interesting to as opposed to like what you could have given me with Mark. Like he's just a mercenary, you know?
Honestly, dude, you're spot on with that. I think if we were to start with Mark for me, like sure it'd be cool, but it wouldn't hit as hard for me. Like part of the reason why I'm so invested in Moon Knight is because we get this obfuscated like not persona, timeline of where Steven is and
Yeah.
his like conception of time and how like so much is missing. And putting those pieces together is going to be way more fun than like Mark is this badass killer.
Yeah,
You know?
exactly.
Even though that
Exactly.
stuff could be good, like this stuff has me more invested because I want to piece it together just as much as Steven does.
Well,
Like, that's riveting.
I think what they could have done was like Mark is this badass mercenary, and then he just like you see him staring down at the I guess sights on a sniper rifle or whatever. He's doing a mission, and he just blacks out, and Steven takes over. Like it could have been the opposite, which would have been kind of okay, but I prefer Steven being the main character as opposed to Mark.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
like it the other way. Yeah, I like it this way.
Yeah.
Also, one thing I want to note that was actually really cool is the way that blackouts actually happen. Like the way like the noise is goes gets like louder and like it like the blinking screen,
Yeah.
and then it like cuts to like Steven back in consciousness, and you don't know how much time has elapsed.
Yep.
And he's like, "Oh my god, like, did I just do something?"
Yep.
That stuff has been cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
Also, sorry, while I'm
No,
on it.
you go
This-
ahead, man.
The subtle ways that Spencer, Steven, he goes at lengths to make sure like I'm not gonna leave this room, and yet we find out that
he's been running.
Mark's finding a way, right?
Yeah.
And so clever for like the use of the fish. I didn't get till like today. While I was thinking about it, I was like, that's clearly a new fish. Mark came in and bought a new fish because like he was gone for 2 days. The
Yeah.
old fish has died.
Yeah.
Duh. That stuff rocks, dude. The cell phone,
Yep.
Mark. Why are you doing that accent? That's cool. That mystery stuff is so cool.
Yeah. I did think it was kind of weird. Like, I guess since he didn't really know it was another persona, I think he just thinks he was just sleepwalking. That's why he kept on cuffing himself to
Yeah.
bed with the sand around.
Yeah.
It was like I thought of it, and I'm like, wait, why is he putting tape? Isn't the other persona just gonna put another thing of tape on the door? And obviously,
I
I
didn't think
didn't.
about that.
Okay, all right, that makes more sense. Well, I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, it's funny how just the small things is what's tipping him off. You
Mm,
know?
sure. Also, while we're on this scene too, for me, when I'm sleepy and I need to stay awake, I don't read because reading
Bro.
is like a quiet activity for me, and I start going to sleep.
Yeah,
So I don't know what they're doing over there. Like, oh yeah, just read for 5 hours to stay awake. No,
yeah,
I couldn't do that.
yeah.
Sorry.
It's England, you know. I don't know what the fuck they do over there.
What do you think about the voice of is it Amit? Is it the
I
voice of the
don't
other voice
know.
in his
That's
head?
the thing.
Who is it?
I
I'm dumb, so
no, that's okay. I want to say, like it doesn't even say. Oh no, Khonshu is the
Anshu, yeah.
I think
Eric would
so.
know.
Eric would know, but unfortunately he's not here.
Yeah. Had to go watch Venom.
Yeah, no,
Be with his family.
Morbius.
What did I say? Oh, I said
Venom.
Venom, didn't I? Yeah,
Yes.
Morbius. Yeah.
Speaking of Eric, we have a listener question here from M Spectre. Uh,
Oh my god.
I wonder what that's all about. Give me 1 second. Let me pop that up. Let me just fix this. Hold on.
Mm-hmm.
Can you hear me? Hello?
Oh, I can't hear. Are you playing it?
No, no, no. I was asking if you could hear me.
No, I can't. No, I can't even hear you talk.
Okay. Boom. I know why.
No. Mm-mm.
Okay. Can you hear me now? Oh, no. You can't hear me now. Can you hear me now?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. Cool.
I can also hear myself.
Okay. I'm sorry. Hold on. Let me play it and then I'll just fix it.
sporadic nature of the camera cuts and everything. I thought it actually fit the character. That's just me, though. I really like the fact that also it wasn't tied to really anything MCU
I'm sorry.
related.
Did
There's
you
no
hear the whole
references to
thing?
anything. It's like its own thing, which I know
Okay.
Oscar Isaac has said before.
Oh, let me rewind. I apologize. I was thinking you were listening to it, but
No,
okay.
I started hearing that something about camera cuts
Okay.
in the MCU.
All right.
Yeah.
Let me try it again.
Like Iron Man 1 is
Nope.
his favorite.
I love that I can.
Hello. I
Oh,
am the biggest Marvel Mondays fan. I've been listening to you guys for a long time, and
what is this accent?
Surprise, it was me the whole time. Hello, everyone,
I thought he
Internet.
was
What's
Oscar
up? It's
Isaac.
me, Eric. I just want to say sorry I couldn't make the episode today, but I just want to call in, say a few thoughts I had on the episode. One, I really love how the filmmaking fits the character here with Stephen Grant. We're going along the ride with him. They don't really hold our hands or explain anything. This just happens, and I really appreciated that. The sporadic nature of the camera cuts and everything. I thought it actually fit the character. That's just me, though. I really like the fact that also it wasn't tied to really anything MCU related. There's no references to anything. It's like its own thing, which I know Oscar Isaac has said before. Like Iron Man 1 is his favorite MCU movie, and I kind of get that vibe here. So it's just a character right here. So really excited. F. Murray Abraham again as Khonshu. Are you kidding me? That was awesome. But yeah, really excited to see where this goes, and I hope you guys have a great show. I'm looking forward to being back next week. And, just remember, everyone, Excelsior.
Oh man, what a
Wow.
great ending too. The Excelsior call.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was great. I missed that, man.
Listen, he'll be back next week. All right.
That's true.
Yeah. Do you
So
have?
Khonshu was. Eric was right. It's
Yeah.
Khonshu.
Yeah.
Yeah. Of course he knew. Of course he knew.
Of course you did.
There's one thing. One thing he said in that call. He said about the filmmaking, and it reminded me. I almost forgot about it. The elevator scene. That was fantastic. Do you
Oh
remember this?
yeah. Where
When he's like running from the hallway, and there's
Yeah.
like, I don't know, Eric would know whatever, like these Egyptian gods are like
Yeah.
chasing after him or whatever.
yeah.
And it shows up in the elevator, and he gets all scared, and it's
Fucking creepy.
an old woman.
Yeah, and the old woman's like, she's getting off the elevator, and he's like, "Oh, is this the what was it, third floor?" I think he said, and she's like,
Yeah.
"Yes, my friend's here. I'm just visiting my friend. She's right inside, like thinking like he's gonna do something to the
Yeah.
old lady." Oh man, it was really.
I felt
really
bad for her, dude.
Oh yeah, me too. Absolutely. But like, it was funny, but I also felt bad.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely.
What else we got here, man?
This question about Ethan Hawke?
Oh yeah. I have here. Well, I mean, you kind of already answered it. How did we like Ethan Hawke as Arthur Harrow? Obviously, the cult leader with ties to Amit.
Mm-hmm.
I'm excited
really
to see more.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's my takeaway too.
yeah, because like I think he might be the scary. Like I said before, he might be the scariest of the human villains that we've seen in the MCU. Like this guy can literally kill you by just waving a fucking cane. It's weird.
Which is like gets like into a huge philosophical debate that another movie like Minority Report has also asked the same question. This idea of pre-crime.
Mm-hmm.
That old lady, like, I believe you're a good person, but maybe in the future you won't be. Like, well,
Which is
does
so
that mean?
crazy. Like I would have assumed maybe this would have happened to the guy that first did it. Like this poor old lady. What is this old lady going to do? What could she possibly do?
I don't know, but she hasn't done it yet, and she dies for it.
Yep.
So, is that fair? I don't know,
It depends on what she does.
but she hasn't done it yet.
Is she committing genocide? That's a big no-no.
Okay, what are we, Aaron Yeager?
No, I was gonna say Thanos.
Oh, that's probably a better time.
Yeah.
For this discussion. Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, that stuff was cool. I really liked like again how the town is portrayed. Like everyone is surrounded by this one figure. Like I want to know more. I need to know more about this town. That's gonna be. They need to nail it for me to be actually invested in Ethan Hawke as a character. Go ahead.
I'm glad you brought this up because according to reports that this town might be the home of the one and only Dr. Victor Von Doom.
Where are you hearing this from? Because of the cupcakes?
No, not because of the cupcakes, because it just people were saying that it looks like this place might be Doomstadt, I think it's called. Let me look it up.
Sure, I don't know where this town is located, and it's obviously not anywhere near London.
No, it looked like
So it's
it
gotta
was
be what,
an
you said Germany?
Italian. Oh, I was thinking Italian.
But that name you just said is a German name.
I mean, I don't know if it's actually Doomstadt. It just looked like an Italian country side.
I don't know. It
Um,
looked to me it looked like either like German or some kind of like Swiss.
Yeah, you could be right. Oh, Latveria. I was way off.
Latveria.
Yeah. I don't know why I said Doomstadt. No, I was right. Yeah, I was fucking right. According to
Junior.
the Nerdist, surrounded by mountains, one of which has a looming castle looming stone castle carved into it. We can't help but think that Moon Knight might have just introduced Doomstadt, Latveria, the home of the Fantastic Four villain Doctor Doom. So interesting, very very interesting.
Interesting, but I don't need it. Is my thing. I don't
I'm not
need it.
saying we see Doom pop up. I'm just saying it's an interesting thing, like the little
The
fucking
seeds, right?
seeds that were popping in.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. I respect that.
yeah.
I
Um,
do.
go ahead.
Uh-huh. Oh, okay. Yeah. Just thinking about Ethan Hawke more again. How threatening his presence was when he, follows Steven all the way to London
Yeah,
and is
man.
there on the bus with him, and then shows up in the actual museum at nighttime. Like that stuff was great. And I got a shout out as well as what Ethan was super hype about, which was Avatar, not the James Cameron movie, but Avatar, the Nickelodeon show.
Big
It's
reference.
now part of the MCU.
Yeah,
That was cool. I didn't expect that.
I
That's
didn't
awesome.
expect it either. It was really great. Um, I found it very creepy that he was able to, yeah, like you said before, he was able to get to fucking London so quickly. It was like my anxiety kicked in. Like, holy shit, he's already here. I figured it would have taken him an episode or two just to get there.
Maybe it's not that scary. Europe has great transit around, so
This is true.
if
This is
Steven made
true.
it back quickly,
Yeah, you're right. You're right. You're absolutely right.
that line
Yeah,
was so funny when Arthur says like, "I thought you were just making up an alias, but you're like you're telling the truth. You're Steven who works at a museum." Like,
yeah,
all right,
really, really good.
that's funny.
Really, really good. Um. Oh, this also brings back into ties of, I'm stealing this from Nerds again. Ties to Black Panther. So the Black Panther god, I think, that gives them their power is kind of loosely connected to the Egyptian gods.
Is there a god in the comics?
The
In the
panther.
MCU, was there a god?
Well, the panther that we see that gives him when he goes to the afterlife, I guess. Not
Well, I
his
never made
dad.
the connection that was like some kind of deity. Those panthers were a deity.
Yeah, because they say that they got the flower from a god that gives them the power of the Black Panther.
This makes sense.
Yeah. Is
This
that
makes
up?
more sense.
Yeah. Okay. Good.
How do you feel about that question of like, are gods real in the MCU? Because there's stuff like I know people were talking about that this week.
I fucking love it. Give me more fucking cannon fodder. Not really cannon fodder, but like, yeah, it is cannon fodder. Give me all this fucking cannon. I want it. I want it all.
What do you mean cannon fodder?
Well, like, not cannon fodder, but like, give me all this backstory shit. Like, there are gods in
Oh,
the
sure.
MCU. There are fucking
Yeah, but like real gods.
timekeepers.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah, yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like, Egyptian gods, I'll take. Give me fucking
Hmm.
people who are literally controlling the timeline of the universe. Yeah, give me it all. I'll take it. I love it. I love that stuff.
It's a matter of time before Jesus shows up.
Guess what? He already did. He's got a robotic arm. No.
Is that a Bucky joke?
Yes, it was
he's
a
looking.
Bucky
Yeah,
joke.
okay, yeah, okay. We got there. Okay.
Yeah. What about you? What are you thinking? Are you a fan of this?
I don't know. I haven't really pondered that question because, it gets messy with there being Nordic gods like Thor, but they're in that, and then now Egyptian gods, and I don't know. Wasn't there more gods somewhere around?
Yeah.
There's gods everywhere.
There's literally gods everywhere. Yeah. So,
Mm.
not that they're like directly correlated, but there's also vampires now. With, I was gonna say Bane. I don't know why.
Morbius?
With no, stop bringing him up. We don't need to talk
Oh,
about him anymore ever again. Okay. With Blade. popping up
Yeah.
officially in the MCU. Like anything you could possibly think of it could be real.
I don't know if I would want to live in this universe. Where
Oh
all
no,
these things
God
are.
no.
You know what
That's
I mean? Like,
fucking
it's too
terrifying.
much. It's too
That's
much.
terrifying. But like it's I guess it's world building obviously. But
Mhm.
like I said, I find that stuff interesting. Like the more you want to give me, I'll take it.
The Eternals is what I was thinking of. Like, are they gods?
No, they're robots.
You know? What, like, where's the hierarchy? Are the Eternals more powerful than the Egyptian gods? Did they, did they
Would
make the
that
Egyptian
would be
gods?
a great fucking like not one shot, but like give us a one shot that's like an hour long, just giving
Mhm.
us the hierarchy of everything. That
Oh,
would be
shit.
great.
In the next movie, Kumail Nanjiani fights Zeus.
It's a matter of time before
I don't want
Zeus
this.
pops
I
up.
don't want this.
All right, so it's official. Oh, what the fuck happened?
I have questions for you.
Yeah, go for it.
What are you expecting out of episode 2? Anything you're looking forward to?
I'm expecting more conversations between Mark and Steven. Him learning about the Moon Knight character, him
Mm-hmm.
being introduced to the Man in White. I don't know what it is. Mr. Knight, I guess? I don't know the character. Yeah, the Man in White that popped up in the trailer.
Yeah.
Him being introduced to Khonshu, maybe. Like, just,
Oh, that would be good if they continue to stick with Steven.
yeah.
Yeah.
I would prefer that they stick with Steven throughout the whole entire show. Maybe we get one episode that is like Mark. And it's
If
just a
they do it,
timeline episode,
that could work. I would also not be opposed to like a cold open of like Mark's perspective
Mm-hmm.
for like what he was doing during a certain period that we, was missing. I think that could be cool. And then, we stick the rest of the episode with Steven. Like that, I would be open to that as well.
Yeah, I would also like to like if you're gonna give us an episode of just solely Mark, introduce Layla, see what the fuck is happening there.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Good point. Good point.
Yeah.
Also, one thing I almost forgot about, which is really cool, is the use of mirrors in this movie. Like
Oh, fucking
Mark just staying and
sick.
then talking to him. Well,
Fucking
yeah,
sick.
that stuff is cool. Come on.
Not even that, but like the first time he witnesses like something happening in the mirror is fucking
It's scary.
scary as hell, man.
Mhm.
Scary as all hell. Whew.
I did decide that I'm not. I stayed up for the first episode because I said, you know what, it's the premiere. I'll do it, and I regretted it the next day. So I'm
Okay.
not doing it anymore.
Were you scared? Or were you just tired?
No, I was just tired.
Okay.
I'll
Listen.
wait, until I get out of work on Thursday. Or
No,
Wednesday, whatever.
Wednesday.
Yeah, Wednesday.
There you go.
I'll wait till Wednesday.
Okay. All right. Are you excited for the rest of the show? Do you
Again,
want to see more?
Less excited, more interested.
Okay.
Yeah,
What
I'm
would you-
nervous
Why?
because again, the MCU TV. I mean, I'm already starting to see like little pieces here and there of like the show resorting to just action instead of like more drama. When I think it should just be fully leaning into drama, and so I'm scared because every single finale that the MCU has been just really bad action for the most case, in my opinion. It varies, right?
Yeah.
WandaVision's finale kind of missed it. Falcon Winter Soldier, like for the most part, kind of missed it. I didn't like
Kinda?
Loki's finale.
Kinda missed it.
There were some parts that in Falcon Winter Soldier that were like.
Falcon and Winter Soldier would drop the ball. I think.
There were parts that I kind of enjoyed of that.
I
of that
enjoyed
finale.
maybe him giving the speech in the Captain
Sure,
America.
and that's what I'm saying, right?
Yeah,
Like that's.
but like
was
everything
good.
else was dropped.
Yeah, the action itself is like what I'm talking about. Like,
Okay,
that stuff wasn't
okay,
good.
alright.
I hated Hawkeye's finale. So like, I don't know. We'll see. I hope that it doesn't resort to that. But
We'll see. We shall see.
yeah,
Okay.
I'm gonna keep watching.
Yeah, I mean we got to,
Mm-hmm.
just to keep up with insane shit.
Well, there was one show I didn't watch.
Nobody watched it though. It wasn't part of the continuity. It's okay.
I went back and I watched the Doctor Strange episode.
Yeah. that's all
That
you
was
need.
pretty good.
That's all you need. So, last question, Christian.
Hmm.
We are a couple weeks away from. This is not related to Moon Knight at all. We are a couple weeks away from Doctor Strange: Multiverse of Madness. On a scale of 1 to 10, how hype are you for this movie? In the sense of that, this is probably going to be maybe the weirdest movie that the MCU has done, and this like the out of the norm that it's done is what I'm trying to say.
I'm like at a 3 or a 4.
Okay, all right, that's fair.
After watching Everything Everywhere All at Once, I got my multiverse fix, and I don't think any multiverse movie is going to do it better than this movie did. Like, that movie was phenomenal. I
Okay,
gave it 5 stars on Letterboxd. Like, it was like a fantastic. Like, that's what I want out of these kinds of weird movies.
is that your first 5-star
For
movie
this
for
year?
this year?
Yeah, it was.
Okay,
Yeah, it was.
fuck, I guess I'm gonna
And
watch
and
it.
after that, I was like, I don't know if they're gonna. I mean, I know it's Sam Raimi. I know it's like it's a Doctor Strange movie. It's gonna be great, but like until I'm sitting down and like the movie's about to start, I won't be excited. Until
Okay,
that moment, like I'm just like focusing on other stuff. I'm like that though. I'm weird.
you're
Until
not
like
weird.
usually it's the day of. I'm like, oh,
That's how you gotta
it's
temper.
movie
That's
night.
how you temper expectations, though.
That's true.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like for me, I'm riding the hype train. I'm at a close 7.5. You know, I'm also hoping
That's
that
not for that's really like tepid though, right?
tepid for me. That's very low for me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I also don't want them to release another trailer. Just leave it at one. This is what we need to do for Marvel movies now. Just release
Yeah.
one trailer. That's it.
I,
That's it.
I'm personally a big fan of just the teaser. Like I
Yeah.
love
Even
MCU teasers. They're
well,
so
I
good.
mean, it's tough because with this movie, the teaser was in Spider-Man: No Way Home. Like, I would have
That's
wanted to
true. Yeah, that's a good point.
give
I
me.
actually this is the exception. I like the trailer here in this one more than
Yeah,
the
yeah,
teaser.
yeah, yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Hmm.
But yeah, I'm at a.
You think we get another one? I don't think I'd watch it if there was another
Yeah,
one.
exactly. Same here. I wouldn't watch it if there was another one. But like they did it with Spider-Man, so why not release another
Yeah, but
one?
that's like Spider-Man, you know?
They didn't release a trailer for this movie for Spider-Man: No Way Home until like 3 months out, and then they released another trailer.
That's true.
So
I gotta look up when Multiverse of Madness comes out.
okay.
I need the exact date. Multiverse of Madness, 2 hours 6 minutes, May 4th. So we're exactly 30 days away.
Wow, 30 days away. Wow, that's a Wednesday.
Okay, Mr. 7.5. You're already smiling.
I'm still happy. It's a Marvel movie. I'm still
It's
happy.
a
That it's
Wednesday?
May 4th?
Why is this movie dropping on a Wednesday?
That's weird.
Oh, okay. Well, it says May 4th, but the soonest I can get tickets, apparently I can
It's
already
the
see the
6th.
showtimes, is the 5th for Thursday.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Oh, because they usually do that fan event stuff on Wednesdays.
Oh, yeah, like the
Yeah,
early.
yeah.
Can I buy tickets already for? I thought I couldn't buy tickets till Wednesday, but here I am. Why is it showing me Morbius? That is,
That's how they get
I
you. That's how they get you.
wow. They try to get me that way. Yeah.
Yeah. While the AMC Theaters app is loading, Christian, where can people find you?
Yeah, you can follow me at IsoChristian over on Twitter to keep up with all the things I do, like my movie podcast that I do bi-weekly every month. Tomorrow's episode, The Last Jedi. I also do a weekly gaming show every Wednesday at Podcast PXN. All the stuff I do for this channel, the video essays, the Penultimate Conquest, working on the new one now. I think it's gonna be cool. I think it's gonna be very cool. And then of course the freelance videos I do started doing for Tech Raptor. So
Did the first one come out already?
the stuff that I've been doing, yeah, that's been up on TikTok, but like the embargoed one comes out I think later this week.
Okay, all right. Interesting. I'm excited for that. Please do me a favor and just tweet it out
Mm-hmm.
so we can
Mm-hmm.
get you some views. I'm not saying it's gonna be a lot. It's probably 2 or 3, but like, listen, we gotta
Every bit
do
counts,
as
man.
much.
Every bit counts.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. Of course, you could find me here on this channel. I am putting something in the works with next week's episode. Like I said, this afternoon or this an hour ago. Like I said, an hour ago. Next episode is going to be pretty interesting. We'll see how it works out. Hopefully, it does. And that was a hint. Okay, that's all I'm going to say. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at That Guy Tuesday. You could find the channels Twitter and Instagram on your screen right now. Okay, Pen Conquest and Penultimate Conquest. Okay, so with that being said, unfortunately, what?
I just found out one of the theaters here near me has D-Box seats, and I haven't been to a D-Box theater in almost 10 years.
What the hell's
I
that?
kind of miss them. You don't ever been a D-Box seat?
No.
They make the movies 4D. You know, so
Oh,
4D, and
okay,
the
okay,
seats
okay.
move and stuff. It's
Yeah.
it's so
40X
cool for
stuff.
for
40X.
yeah.
Yeah, okay. Interesting. I wouldn't do it for this movie.
I wouldn't do it for Doctor Strange, no,
Yeah,
but like it's
okay.
very cool for some movies. Like,
Okay. All right.
There were real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
In
Take your
one of the Sherlock Holmes movies, I went to go see it in D-Box, and like very small stuff I enjoyed. Like there's a boat scene, and like it feels like I'm on a boat because it's like subtly moving.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a Gatling gun scene where every turn of the Gatling would like jolt me in my seat.
Oh,
It's fun. It was fun.
Okay. All right. That's pretty good. I think the first time I did a 40X, I don't even remember. Ooh, yeah, I don't remember. I did not have a good time though.
Damn.
I said never again. That was a horrible, horrible time.
That's fair.
But I'll probably do it. Would you suggest it for if it's available for everything?
Dude, that's the first movie I thought of. Like that could be pretty cool. you know?
Okay. All right. Cool. All right. I'm gonna check it out. Let's see if they have tickets up. With that being said, as always, thank you for joining us on this lovely ride we call life. Yeah, that's all I got.
Good night, everyone.
Excelsior.
Excelsior. Go to sleep.
That's not my